Welcome to my studio. This is a video for a vintage Moonlight chiffon gown. One of the reasons I like to do videos is more for you to have a longer look at the style, but also the condition. A lot of things it's hard to get to show up in just a couple of photographs, but this way you can take your time and have a look. It's a little big for this mannequin, but be sure to check measurements. It's got 4 layers underneath the top chiffon, and I took a photograph to show you all those layers. And if you happen to be planning a beach wedding, it's wonderful the way chiffon kind of flows in the breeze and floats along the sand. And I know that's been a popular wedding theme, but even floating down the aisle, there's something very elegant. Nothing quite floats like soft chiffon does. There is a long row of the covered beads and of course the zipper. There are some appliques with tiny, and I don't know if they show up, tiny pearl seed beads and a bit of sequins for a little bit of sparkle. There is a spot that I'm trying to get to show up that is down by, kind of across from that bouquet, right about there. It doesn't show up, but I want you to know about it. If you're crazed about every spec, I don't recommend buying a vintage or a used dress, but usually all the little flaws people won't really end up noticing. You're the only one that notices and knows about them. By the way, if you see any loose threads, don't pull, just snip or ignore. Kind of it almost gives a bit of a mermaid silhouette, but it's more of a sheath. Very flattering. Great straps. A low neckline, but not too low. There's a little room on the sides to let out. There's no huge stains or holes or snags that I can see. I would like to take that pink tag. I think this is the one with the pink tag that kind of shows through. So be sure to have somebody snip that out before you walk down the aisle. See. It's not overly sparkly, it's not overly beaded. You could have it taken in without ruining too much of the design, and you can have it shortened a little in the front if you need. It's a nice white, not ivory. Be sure to use Contact Seller to send me any questions. I have another video to help you with fit and measuring. Be sure to measure. It will really help you be happier when you get your gown, whatever you do buy. And have a wonderful wedding, and thanks for watching. I feel like I didn't get to show you the front quite long enough, so you can have a look. Got a little side seam, very flattering. By the way, it's a very lightweight gown. Another reason for it to be a wonderful summer wedding gown, because it's not a thick, heavy satin, which I crank the air conditioning in here when someone tries on a big satin dress because it's hot and heavy. This will also be lightweight to ship. And I put an ivory, just so you can look at color, excuse my carpeting, That's an ivory Martha Stewart bouquet. So you can see that it is white up against the cream. It's not a terribly dark ivory, but just so you can see it. And then there's some whiter roses. So, if you like that shade, and there's just a touch of gold in some of those sequins. Can you see that? Thanks again, and happy wedding.